Are you having problems with your players subbing out and then not coming back into the game in your Madden franchise? I am going to tell you exactly what you need to do in Madden 22 to make sure that that doesn't happen again and your best players stay on the field. Let's talk about it. Madden 22 promised a lot of updates and features for franchise mode. And although this was promised, it seems like some of these features were really good on paper, but they are not implementing very well in the franchise mode. One of those features is the new practice and fatigue system that can be found in franchise mode throughout the course of your season. On paper, this seems like a really great additive to franchise that brings a little bit more depth to your playthrough. You have to monitor fatigue as it goes down throughout the course of a season. If players you use are constantly practicing at high intensities and full pads, their fatigue will drain a lot quicker than other teammates and other players in the NFL. The only problem with this is that if you have any type of auto sub sliders set, if you want your running backs to sub in and out a whole lot, or if you have a featured back like someone like Christian McCaffrey, who you're constantly going to want to use a lot, and you want to make sure that your auto sliders keep him in the game for an extended period of time, if his fatigue gets to a certain level, he will not sub back into the game, meaning that a lot of your important players have the potential to actually get subbed out of the game and never return. So this is a big issue that Madden needs to currently fix, along with a multitude of reasons, and I'm going to talk to you in this video exactly what we can do to get that fixed. Let's get into that. So unfortunately, this is going to have to be a thing that you're going to have to monitor throughout the entire season of franchise. So if we look at the base auto sub sliders that you get at the start of your franchise, let's talk about running back, because this is where I'm seeing it happen the most. Your running back sub out, meaning this is when his fatigue level gets to 60, we're going to sub him out of the game. And then below that, you see it says running back sub in at 80, meaning once his fatigue level gets to 80, he will get subbed back in. So he gets subbed out when he gets to 60% fatigue level, and then he'll get subbed back in once his fatigue level gets to 80. The problem with this, let's say your player has had a pretty tough season, you've been using a running back a whole lot, and his fatigue level drops to 75 overall. That's as high as it can get. That means at the start of every game, your running back is technically subbed out, and he will not get subbed back in until his fatigue level gets to 80. But progressively over the course of the season, fatigue drops and drops. You can see right here in this video with Christian McCaffrey, you can see that this is 3 games into the season, and he is already, or maybe 2 games into the season, and he is already can't even get to 100% fatigue level. So you're either going to have to rest him, but you also have to monitor this and change this in the auto subs sliders, meaning that if Christian McCaffrey's overall fatigue level is only at a 78 and you've got the running back sub in at 80, that means you're going to have to drop these so that he can still get on the field and actually contribute to your team. So it's very important for you to understand this and make sure that you're constantly going in and changing auto subs, that you're not really doing heavy practices, full pads for a lot of your players. You have to really monitor this throughout the season. And even though this seems like a really cool feature, it's not a quality of life feature for us franchise guys, and it can be a very big issue. One of the things that I hope that they end up changing is that 80 and 60 sub in and sub out is for whatever their current fatigue level is on, not on 100. So this is currently set on 100 scale. It needs to be set on whatever the players or your starter is current fatigue level is already at, if that makes any sense. I will be posting some auto sub sliders in the next few days that I think works very well with the current franchise and the way things are set up. So if you want to stay updated for that, make sure you hit that sub button, like the video so it lets me know that you're interested in this types of things. And I'm going to be constantly pumping out all the sliders for you guys, quality of life fixes that can make your franchises better. I will catch everybody later, but I want to just make sure that you understood what you could do so that you can actually get your players on the field and play for your franchise. Talk to everybody later. Floopy Donkey out.